Hello guys, welcome to my channel Planet Bio, and today we are going to discuss the living world, the same chapter, but it is going to be part 3, and it includes taxonomic aids. Taxonomic aids. There are some sources which will help in identification and classification of plants and animals. So these are called taxonomic aids. And what are these? You must know that these are useful in agriculture, forestry, industry, and in general knowing our bioresources and their diversity. So helpful in agriculture, forestry, industry, bioresources, and diversity. Diversity. Now, these aids include actually some procedures and techniques, and the purpose is to preserve information as well as the specimens. Now, what should we do? What are the different types of taxonomic aids we need to study? First one, we should write herbarium. Herbarium. Another one you can write botanical gardens, and thirdly we have museums. Fourthly we have zoological parks or zoos, you can say. Children enjoy visiting there generally. And another one is keys. These are the major taxonomic aids: herbarium, botanical gardens, museums, zoological parks, also called zoos, and then keys. Now, boys and girls, we need to know all these taxonomic aids in detail. Each and every one will be dealt with in detail. First one is herbarium. What happens in herbarium? What happens actually there? So you have to note down that herbarium is a storehouse of collected plant specimens that are dried, pressed, and preserved on sheets. And the details are mentioned there. The details are mentioned there. So this helps in identification and classification of organisms. And this is supposed to be the universally accepted. This is supposed to be the universally accepted and the quick system. Quick system. This is supposed to be the universally accepted and the quick referral system in taxonomic studies. Second one is botanical gardens. You must have gone to Havra, the Indian Botanical Institute there, and National Botanical Institute is there in Lucknow. So another one you can see abroad in England, Kew, that is. So there specialized plants are kept, preserved there, and just to study with detail, just to study the classification and identification of different plants. Now museums. In museums you can see small animals are also kept, large animals are also kept, some plants are also kept, and the details remain already mentioned there. Third one, it includes museums where you can see plants and animals are preserved there. Actually, you can see small animals also and large animals also. Some skeletons of animals can be seen there with details, with origin, structure, evolution, and function. All the important points concerned with the particular plants and animals remain mentioned there. And museums are generally found near public offices and educational institutes for details. So it is also a helpful taxonomic aid. Now zoological parks, zoos, people like you of this age, they generally like to visit zoological parks. There you can see different animals, different types of animals are kept, and uh, that is done under human care, and the surrounding is made just like you can see in natural habitats, and their fooding, their lodging, and their behavior can be studied here. Okay, so zoological parks, zoos, very commonly visited areas are there, zoos. And keys, keys you can see, keys, what happens in keys? Keys another taxonomic aid used for identification of plants and animals, and this is based on similarities and dissimilarities. Similarities and dissimilarities. Actually, these are based on contrasting characters, and you can see it is generally given in a pair called couplet. Couplet. One needs to be accepted and another one needs to be rejected, right? Needs to be. So always the contrasting characters are mentioned in a pair called couplet. One is acceptable and another one is rejectable, and you can see this is quite different or separate for family, genus and species, right? So, and the nature of keys you can see generally analytical, generally analytical. So these are the most important taxonomic aids which help in identification and classification of living organisms. First one herbarium, second one botanical gardens, third one museums, then zoological parks, and then keys. Now there are certain some more taxonomic aids generally biologists use, and they use to preserve information as well as the specimen, and the for that they develop certain you can say procedures and techniques. So these are done for mentioning different types of plants and animals, and mentioning you can say grouping of livings, that is plants and animals, in detail. So these are the taxonomic aids chiefly used. Poison girls, some biologists may use some more taxonomic aids, and you can write flora, another one is manual, and then they have monograph, flora, manual, monograph, and catalog. First, what do you mean by flora? Flora means plants, fauna means animals, both unite together to form biota. So, in addition to these taxonomic aids, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, scientists may use flora, manual, monograph, catalog, all these things. Flora includes what? Flora includes the actual account of habitat and distribution of plants of a given area. And what about manuals? What about manuals? Manuals provide information for identification of names of species found in an area, and monographs contain information on any one taxon. For example, you must know father of angiology. Who is father of angiology? That means father of circulation. Father of circulation, who is there? Actually, he was the student of monograph includes information regarding a particular taxon. So monograph, for example, there was a scientist and he was named as William Harvey, the father of angiology. Father of angiology means a study of circulation. So for the first time, he studied the closed vascular system, that is the circulatory system in a live snake, and actually he was the student of Fabricius, who studied the presence of valves in a longer vein. And as William Harvey studied the blood vascular system in a live snake, actually he worked on a particular taxon, a particular species. So he mentioned he mentioned anatomical exercise on the motion of the heart and blood. So this is what we call monograph. Means monograph contains information on any one taxon, any one species. And catalog is meant for making a list of species, and the way they are identified and the way they are classified. So flora manual, monograph and catalog, these are also used as taxonomic aids, but the chief ones, the main ones include herbarium, botanical gardens, museums, zoological parks and keys. So this is how we come to the end of this chapter. I hope that you have enjoyed this study material. Now you go through the NCERT textbooks, collect the main points and try to frame some in-text questions. And if possible, you can ask questions, and we are always there. I am always there in making the questions answered, and it would be very easy to go through the content, and you can be beneficial in doing such tasks. So now we will be looking forward for your company in next chapter. Enjoy your studies. Good luck.